Boate de bia meka se adwuma eso no ye de ma wa gise de odowo ene bi susu de watimi ado
Yeah.
Uhwe adwuma na kakraka na wa ka se dipa na da pafo Galamsey ni yatena che yare kokura mo a madan ka yedompe mu nyina awurehudem anunti se wo ko a it takes a few people to acknowledge the successes you have chalked because people are only looking at the challenges and they are not paying attention to the successes. So I was personally very happy during President one of the resetting tone oka Jumadia ono Emmanuel Amakofibua Mura, Minister of Lands and Natural Resources, Obo at the ministry, together with the Marantia, the one NAIMOS, made up of the military, the police, and all other security sector relevant to the cause. Now, that is how far we've come as a country. Watch it. The simple question of whether Galamsey to try and to try, answer is simple. Galamsey to try.
Galamsey to try.
Some bet no for the case so. Na mama no kura ni manim kan. Na me dia hantan ka se ye tu Galamsey ase a. Ati said ye me twa ntro se mesafo ayira. Abontin na meda. At the ministry we have said and promised ourselves say yem fan so nyina yenum ne nananom ne Ghana fo nkasada. We always tell us the picture is. Now collectively we whip public and popular support for Adebi Ayeye. Watch it. If you ask me the next question, say, Baby Aye fa Galamsey okono free and why ne da so gina na? I'll say no. I'll say no. Because considerable successes have been chalked. Very visible milestone. What you ask me the question again? Eti adwuma wo ho a wose ye ka ho ana. I'll say yes. We still have more to do as a country. Because when the water is poisoned, it doesn't ask how you voted for a certain party or who became a certain president. It affects all of us. A popular quote from the Chief of Staff and Rami Mekanye. Until we have attached all seriousness and importance to the fight, just as any responsible and sensitive government would do to a national emergency. Arie, Babia Colonel KS Apia, and will be a member of Baso Council. Indeed, what should I say? Leadership by example. Obeso baton mu free in Colonel Dominic in some within a space of few months actually say the military Ghana military any military be woman attach same importance and seriousness to the cause of national good. Now and now no operation because of Eastern region on the Brim River and because of around the Bokwa South at Tiwan and Important. See us simultaneously across the country. Every day there are some operations ongoing. A person was sustaining some national operation for some time. Then we are able to identify really which ones are the genuine concerns. Okay, so a national security zone, say. You quiet me a national security zone. And the ya share more aboko se mo bi anko wura hono sebe ye kase ba bi obi nko na okwa ati se buesi yakowa na duty ekwaje kirema
Yeah.
No obi ne kumantwi nti anu de let's continue to use your platform to strongly advocate and warn our young people against one more a person almost tested the strength of our security agency to NAIMOS. Yeah, so NAIMOS on here because also no here one here na bibi afa also. To my member NAIMOS abaso na member the entire team led by Honorable Minister Emmanuel Amakofibua. no, you must back it with institutional coordination. Jumadia, yehunu se tosin kakra, the proximity between the miner and the regulator. Obiti sefi, open simple small-scale mining licenses. Almost all the processes, apart from site planning and the district any application, almost all other processes are in Accra. To Baba Kuba Munuba Miansana were near another Bomobu. Na ayene se onko ye bone no. Inti Minister Bayi ade ba kwa yesusu say we can only achieve optimum satisfaction when we send the institution closer to the doorstep of the people, decentralizing the regulation of our minerals sector. Banasa, officer, I'll be able to listen and obey by playing by the rules of the game. So, that might say, Minerals Commission Office Complex, kakraka, and a commission, serving all the mining communities, Bompieso, Christian Valley, Damai itself, Amwanda, and all the communities and districts in that area. Yameya Doma Bibia and Sakra Wiemua, the almighty Ashanti Regional Headquarters, and also Yebeka Kubia no Yameya Doma Joda Ebay. And other areas, we Savannah, DNA, EPB. We're trying to position the regulator as close as possible to the people. Now, technical guidance, support will be here. And Minister Yen in such a way, say, in every Minerals Commission office, there will be cooperative mining office in that office. Said the Bayer, one of licenses by Minerals Commission. In Rianom, so account who boom up licenses back through cooperative, no, a team offer that support. Watch it, I am happy to announce to you. Now, no other be a buyer say Atiwa Afao Hills, Subri, offensive tablet, Subri, Tano, and all about 9 forests, new Remunye. I'm happy to announce that as we speak, we do not have a single red zone forest reserve in this country.
Not more in hot sense.
Armed illegal miners have besieged.
Wow.
They have taken over.
Wow.
And then we do not have such forest reserves.
Wow.
And then say I'm here. This militias, no militant, Boko Haram, no here, bit be infiltrated. Because most of these armed gangs, no Ghana for.
Wow.
But in Sri Lanka, rather, the power of the state is greater than the power of any group. Through NAIMOS, we've been able to dismantle, disrupt, and break the front. From now, it took close to 1,016. And I did my interior ministry. I'm about to say in a few days coming, National Day of the Small Arms Distraction, something like that. Galamsey I see true. So, asem no aye can on your bayera broajo to da. I appreciate some of the criticism that come from enuanum bi a ten cry. And I'm say, hey, only abe ma bi na wie soldier. And ye den akot na be potent and na cobra forest. So uncle Galamsey, and now you're exposed to all these dangers. At least, in as much as you want to criticize, you appreciate the successes that have been chalked. Sheni panun crime and who say, I dear crime me and I am a man for a day. But we say it as if nothing has been done. Nipa manson ye do ye jumai. Timestre. I dear bakwa penny boss so a video has to do with plans for sustained deployment. Your challenge is a enya kese pa ne say, watch it, your wura kwa enuma kwa operation. You any a befia na nipa fofra kwa kusi. And any EU program be a friend of the Ghana UK Forest Protection Partnership Agreement. We know kase oko subriso ewa odan forest, oko be potintin sukumu, ofin shelter beds, oko kobro, oko nimri forest. And quiet, we have about 10 successful built permanent camps. Yes, the focus and the plan is that we build more in the other reserves. Then there will be a part of the team from NAIMOS or acquire routine checks. There is a stationed and permanent team. Almost better now. Bibia or in fact, a solar part. It's just like a home. Bibia won't be. Almost waiting now. Making sure say obin to me CHD and some may cause the challenge now or more a course.
I think so they should be provided with drones.
In fact, there are other security strategies. Acquire security in the person like I said, we go senior. It will interest you to know, say, and then most of the guys who want to operate in the forest and the water bodies, almost some plans. One, they do no longer operate in daytime. Two, they are equally operating with sophisticated technologies like drones. We are not supposed to, in an attempt to encourage the Ghanaian people, so something is being done to communicate our strategies to them. Okay. But I can assure you, say we are ahead of them. NAIMOS is ahead of them. I'm making sure say you bet me. Are you or mine free sample? Then money I fire into my pa. But in doing all of this, monitoring, evaluation, and ensuring compliance with already registered and recognized companies is very important. When you said there is difference between illegal mining and irresponsible mining. Illegal mining is crime. Irresponsible mining is a crime. Irresponsible mining has to do with compliance.
Okay.
Illegal mining has to do with law.
Okay.
I was saying when you're say answer what my mining. Someone has the lease, but it's not complying with the rules of the game, or irresponsible mining.
Okay.
Minister Gina Swama, a certain 278 small scale licenses are revoking it now. Irresponsible mining, meaning a certain 3 large scale mining companies, almost leases have been revoked. One of them is Adamos. Now, just like all other mining companies, there are certain things are buying the new mining policy they are called parliament. If everybody be indigenization. Yes, deliberately. You better ensure say local businesses thrive in this industry. But that notwithstanding, we are not supposed to bend the rules on safety, health, environment, just because we want to ensure that local people are in the industry. Ebia o di kabe kakrebi ana ade no kra anke o say ye ka say minimum capital be $1 billion.
Okay.
So we be need ya Ghana need ya should be 500 million. With my draw downs everywhere be come. Those are strategic loopholes so with my create the amount. Ebia say can say this timelines will meet TBB. So you're gonna need to pay them kakrama. Those are basic things. But no can create options to guide local businesses. For instance, share the recent local content initiative for the Abana. You see, mining contract should be given to just Ghanaians, purely Ghanaians. Your opportunities the local business in the mining sector to make sure say Abrofono mefa the ultimate in some for other ones in a woman beam. Bibi is a small scale. You say a year reserved for only Ghanaians. It's brony to make small scale. Even medium scale I be introduced. You see brony and I hope bet my invest up to 40%. 60% no should be reserved for Ghanaians. There are a lot of laws, rules, and to support the local business person to thrive. But say, yes, say you unimumra on tumra. Adamus as identity. Wako unim says Mr. Sunny Mining Company. Sidi uhanyina ye the mining concession. Table yusu na waje operating permit for the time being. Opesa oko baby Alaska ti kwaya another mining wo hwa. Also by Chief Inspector of Mines ho. Also call EPA ho. Also call Water Resource Commission ho. Also call all the necessary permitting. Adamus have done that without requiring and now requesting for all these permits.
Wow.
In terms of environment, Obu Regulation 1999, Section 18 of the Act 703, Wabuso. 2. Mr. Sani, a concession is still ha. No person or mommy maybe and now watch it be now they mining now in your tracker beer. Your friend the tributary permitting regime. Some communal commission needs to swaz as a corona person of the map watching. No, to say what I'm doing such as here. Now regulatory agencies no so guided watching on what to do right. You hear agreement in idea come minister and the minister man express consent was sign and send a team here Juma. Adamus, Eden assassin be my third party minister anymore.
Untumimus.
Eti yes, eti ushe report to our chief inspector of mines by despite all the things I recommend is a minister revoke, almost added to us say the states they also recommend the state prosecute management of Adams.
Wow.
That is not to say the revocation is prejudice to Assemble court.
Okay.
But they recommend also prosecute. Financial defaulting with himself from ending of 2016, ABC 2025, royalty fees to a tune of $2.5 million. Adamus Untriae.
Wow.
Sika was a called MIF, Mineral Income Investment Fund. And na ya ye kuro mu kwa uni ade a yen to gold ye mpunto ma yenya so fa so bin. Omo de ka almost $12.8 million omuntua.
Yes, kaketwa.
From 2020 to second quarter of 2025. 2026 omuntua. GRA alone omo de ka 290 million Ghana cedis. GRA. Well, the girl can more than 105 million Ghana cedis. Open ya a second baby of future global resources or more kono de eka into $7 million. It took HIF to come and shoulder off all these things.
$12 million, no, you're doing.
Hey, MIF.
12.8 million dollars.
Yes.
Okay, say call
MIF. It's when you know I'm paying for him on Sidabi. I was a revoke. But I'm going to share a document with you.
I'll be glad because
I will say a revoke here. Paying for a dinner so revoke. Company no make a lot of issues out there. In fact, on Crowd it took Senior Senna and Gold in the Morning team to clear the air because an upon newspapers beer. Minim some armchairs newspapers so me den asema obi anka mo nyina call front page Imani condemns government revocation of Adamus leases ena nyamencha de senior sena mo frɛ Franklin say owura se money ti no obi awe ne din paper ya say wo say ni papa so ankasa initially no wadwen for revocation ho that's when you kwanya share minister ni ministry a church how we arrive at this conclusion. Even though people like Ora Franklin, nominee Penifobia Cassa, the way I young Cassa deliberately, ye per se pushy Ghana for Ura mining space in the mono, can temper justice with mercy. But these are so glaring, these are so serious because it borders on health, it borders on safety, it borders on environment. For instance, what do I say combat China for so Galamsey? Now, mine is spending millions of cities fighting the same canker. Yes, we are Ghana and Fanchawa. It is difficult to do that. And she said, "You can't take over being
seriously, I had a different mind regarding Adamus license revocation. And if I didn't meet you today, per what you are saying, I would have sincerely speaking spoken against the revocation.
But in fact, me my late kakra because we're supposed to. Sometimes Sebi Asamba say Obi said or Canada. Now, because of the nature and our relationship with media and then some civil society again, like-minded people to say mono. I was saying say copies to of the because it's a public document. It's a public document. And then me answer this sometimes Obi so can be pan so even Minerals Commission as an institution go person will be on much information be from honum. I think that is the conclusion. What they are saying outside, I will not waste time. What I've heard, and they say they will go to court. It is within every legal entity's right to test the law when they think they've been cheated or to some extent. And I'm and I know they will be all right. But the can say in building the mineral sector of every country to the best of satisfaction, no, it starts with ensuring the institutions of that sector works perfectly, and that all partners and now say members of that industry play by the rules of the game. And you say you are bathroom kumbia, a bit with your butter, when it gets to doing what we call positive bias to favor local ones, those opportunities are even already there in the law. But once that borders on all of us, in survival, in livelihood, in safety, we will not compromise on any day. We will never compromise on that. Eti Adam was on komo bebriba oti ye no. Mami for we chom senior sani wa hano. Mami for we has to do with VACO.
Okay.
VACO ena yes workers in the. In fact, later our investigation even showed there were no workers of VACO. Say ye need aban se oton VACO. Na omo entiase. Openi sansem ways are about Montana 1 2 1 2 this Renia Basa hadrin. What you win himself VACO strategically positioned to deliver a certain output to her. For a very long time now. VACO didn't deliver that output. Even though the last 8 years, the name of course of VACO no, it's nothing compared to the accuracy of VACO in the last 18 months. The new CEO and the deputy management come with Chibom. The name of Omotimia of VACO no, I'm saying crying. For instance, in terms of major equipment addition, idea of more friend no forklift trucks. Say how the impedan na de ni ade. Now what should to be? Now you are meeting with the 16 and ababeka ho. Ade a mo friend no skip steer loaders. Omo di mienu and aba ho no. Mercedes tractors eno ye omo car kese bi sa omo de load and also baako no omo de aba ho no. Ade a mo friend no whole dump truck baako and omo de abeka ho. Mahindra tow tractor baako and omo de abeka ho. Mobile crusher baako and omo de abeka ho. Electric lift truck baako and omo de abeka ho. A year front end loaders mienu and omo de abeka ho. 2 brand new pot tending cranes and omo de abeka ho. 1 brand new multi-purpose cranes omo de abeka ho. Copper bars and in fact any ma hodo no a in fact when him say omo de new mill crab bar say high tension wires here dey twetwe nkania konkuru.
Yeah.
Omo de aba me no ka say omo twa wires a dey twetwe nkania. In fact omo ye first year omo de akọ London for testing. Say nyame adum na tutomu a wire agora dey twetwe nkania akọ yunkura ase no ehun hia say oh my Ghana besa importable.
Okay.
Despite this strategic addition and now say a leadership new management now offered to VACO, the position of VACO is still not a position that Sanyema we betimi a revival now.
Okay.
Me no can say VACO have about 500 cells. Me no can say cells are running 95.
95 per
Out of 500. This 95, workers a year of VACO is 800. And just simple mathematics. If 95 is equal to 800, 500 will be equal to what? It means say it me boa VACO management now so no work at full capacity. Nipa e wo ho ye adwuma sesi no we can quadruple it. Ibitimanya not less than 3,000 plus to 4,000 people, 5,000 people working there. Certain around it means it was also aging equipment. If you didn't I had that 1960. If you I had that to the extent say and there were enough. In fact, now the minister was what to say the best engineers or multi improvise by VACO engineers. Well, there was a thought that was we could this one push to start. No, he say I had that I just saw the wire be the compression say crack and you to or we asked to any canica. It's aging equipment. A beam can was a vacuum near the year you might full capacity on ya. Inti adwin pono owura kwa mekruma nya ya okosi akoso mu senka en fuel vacuum. Na the entire chain of aluminium industry. Then you just meant ye bibia even into value addition no yet me achieve no. And they Kwame Nkrumah be national dependable influence source. Iti ebenya o CSA nya obi nso obetimi build a plant dedicated for vacuum alone. San Koma Yedi is not less than a certain $400 million to $600 million.
Yes, Kakatwa.
The government of Ghana is on a recovery bed. Yet you cognizance as the canon farm vacuum. Mino can say energy sector debt on Kwan vacuum day. A car vacuum day light is around $245 to $250 million.
I hear Ghana cities.
Dollars.
Easy.
Na abayanya ni so do hu say yanko strategic investor na o meboa na yen turning around infidia ededa nyina yen free ho no mfafo from more than ones him afei yen head the entire supply chain kwan ben so na ebetimi ade value addition afei ya yenya dedicated power supply e kakura na de o yen timi ntua free ho no adwuma fo ho pim di abaya no di semuti nipa kuma bi ya no makose bi di achi. Hey, a ton vacuum, Mampeni Mama. Is this what you promised? Is this the fixed Ghana, the recent Ghana you talk about? And I will ton vacuum, The minister Gasa Bana Coho. Sri Lanka radio who say, I do my 4 dear. Don't do any sweating who say, a best answer, vacuum before to my pafra. Na Omunian Mukra in your Jumetiti, almost have opportunity to honor.
Okay.
What did cabinet approve? Adia cabinet approve ya and say Sevako be ya say when you obi an nsem odu bi say ebia Mr. Sani. Enti cabinet approve minister yama to me when Vako do ministry. Because Vako was under energy ministry. Last year pen omu yi omu ba lands ministry. Enti when ministry ne Vako ni penny for yin. Amu kwatena se. Na mo pay the best investor. Favorable terms. And from bro my Ghana.
Assembling in here.
Na sebio enka when a chief was sempakodo. To the sense ebi pese e ton tan kura mama mpani ni na busua kura nti workers mi gina ba bi say na na wa ton kura ma ni Abraham ama asem no ni tire eni nine say obi ayede agitum. Enti this is the vision President Mahama have for Vako. Me sure say mpani for say Mr. Sani dey MPS e shas ye dodo no na kaseti aye ene aye ni munyam hye dia ma my Ghana. Terminal 3 e shas mama the airport akwache bank ene terminal 3 aye ni munyam hye dia ma my Ghana. That is the vision he has for Vako and the people that needs to work there and the general Ghanaian people.
Okay.
Enunti mamembo CEO abaso mamembo the deputies abaso na mamembo management for aligning with government vision. Na ye nyina ye ka ehumbo mu a na ye we a history will remember. Say CEO bi baye, minister bi baye, mpenifo bi baye ye omo ani swadi hunu omo modembo na me etimi turning Vako around and they osagefo ani swadi hunu to have a complete chain in our aluminium industry no etimi ye successful.
All right. Akasimanum azani ye fa peke course na mo kaka.
Me here so beso obe mama sa document.
Yeah, I'll share all the
document.
Adamus ne Vako.
Kidi IKD, Tera Vision Center for Daruma Kambi. Nyame adoma 24